First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So here is the fourth revision class that is for IBPS exam this year. So here is the fourth revision class that is on the topic time and work. So already we have seen a revision class that is based on simple interest, compound interest, and then we have solved 20 question and another 20 question I have given as a test. So three topic we have completed. One is problems on ages, simple interest and compound interest. And here is the fourth topic. Everyone knows it's most important topic for the bank exam, right? Even for the prelims as well as for the mains, for both you can able to see this topic will be asked two question, rarely 2 to 3 question on the prelims exam, and in the mains exam even you can able to see 5 or 10 question on data interpretation that is based on time and work. So that much important the topic is, right? So in my YouTube channel, right, I have already posted 9 videos that is on the topic time and work. I hope many students have watched the video because it has been crossed million views on most of the videos of time and work. So when you take time and work, there are many concepts are there, right? So starting from the basics, starting from the chain rule. So chain rule is the basics of the time and work question concept. So starting from chain rule, I think I have posted 9 videos. And the last 9th video is based on the CAT exam question. So I will just show you all the 9 lessons what I have posted on my YouTube channel. So starting from number 1, that is chain rule, and then efficiency, and then fraction of work, and then work and wages, and then leaving. I have posted 2 video that is one is a normal leaving person and second is 3% leaving. Right? So 2% you have to solve it in a different way. If it is a 3% leaving or 4% in the group are leaving, then you have to solve it in a different sort of question. That is a 3% leaving and then X person, Y person, and the last is the arithmetic progression. So 8th lesson is the most important lesson because in many of the bank exam, a recent year 2020, 2019, so at those years where you can able to see question that was asked on the prelims exam itself, that is based on arithmetic progression concept, AP concept. Right? The meaning here is initially one person will be working. On the second day, 2 people will be joining, and the third day, 3 people will be joining. Fourth day, 5 people, 4 people, 5 people. So some people will be joining every day on the work. So the total work has been completed in this much of days. So our target is to find how many days it takes to complete a work, or else how many people required to complete a work, or at last day how many people have worked in order to complete the work in 120 days. So these kind of questions that are most important in time and work that you have to solve in a concept called arithmetic progression. Right? Arithmetic progression, you don't want to learn all the things, just we have only one formula in the arithmetic progression, that is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Right? So this is the formula that we learn in arithmetic progression. So if you watched already my video, you know, right, 8th video I have told you what is a and what is n, and equal to we will put some numbers. In some question they will give you how many days the work has been completed. In this much of days the work is completed, so we put equal to that number. In case that value will not be given, we have to find it, but the remaining value will be directly given in the question. So we apply all the values in the formula in order to find the equal to value. Right? So there are 2 sort of questions that you can able to see in the concept called arithmetic progression, right? So not much concept. So this is the stuff what we learned in the 8th lesson. So if you didn't watch this video, kindly go to my YouTube channel. In the playlist you can surely see it on the 8th video. Do not forget to watch before going for this year IBPS exam, right? Very simple. Other than this, you don't want to learn any formulas there. Only this formula is enough. Don't forget to watch that video, right? And then first lesson. So first lesson is what? Chain rule. So when you take a chain rule, a common question like 2 datas will be given. So 2 separate datas will be given. In the first data, so 20 people were working in this much of hours and this much of days. So same work where 40 people were working, so how many days it takes to complete a work. So similarly the work will be same, or else the work will be different, but the logic here is two part of people will be working. For doing this work, some part of people will be working for some hours and some days. So our target is to find the same work, this much of people are working, how many days it takes to complete a work. So for solving that question, which we usually call it as a chain rule, so there are two different ways to solve a question. One is either by a formula method, or else some students will use this arrow mark at the top, arrow mark at the bottom. It's your wish, right? So it is one of the simplified way of writing a formula method, right? So better in a chain rule, going with the formula method will be very easy. Why? Because we have one simple formula, PHT is equal to PHT. That's it. So P will be for person, H will be for hours, D will be for days. So this will be the first data, that is for the first person data, and this is for the second person data. So this formula we use if both the person are doing a same work. If both the person are doing a separate different work, same formula, PHT by PHT is equal to W1 by W2. That means the first work done by the first set of people, second work done by the second set of people. That's the different, right, formula. If both the person are doing a same work, then we will mention it as 1 divided by 1, because both are doing a same work. So when you multiply this, which is equal to the resultant formula, first formula, right? So do not buy at it. Understand that why we are equating here and why we are equating W1 by W2. That is the first video on a time and work topic. I have explained about the chain rule. So second is efficiency, right? Most important concept in time and work. All the concepts are important, but when you are going for a bank exams, you can able to see more questions on chain rule, efficiency, leaving joining concept, and then equation framing concept, X person, Y person concept, right? Okay, so first let me talk about the efficiency. So efficiency, we have two model question. One question that is based on a percentage efficiency, and second is normal based upon a number, because efficiency can be asked in two different ways. Either I am 3 times efficient than you, or else in a percentage I am 50% more efficient than you. So these two concepts can be asked in the area of efficiency. So if it is a normal number, most of the students would make a mistake. But if it is a percentage, I have seen many students making a mistake in the efficiency concept that is based on a percentage. So that's the reason while teaching itself, initially I have told you what is the difference between normal as well as a percentage method. For example, if you take a number, A is 3 times more efficient than B. What is the meaning of it? If A is 3 times more efficient than B, that means A can do a work 3 times faster than B. That is the meaning of it, right? For example, if A is taking 10 days to complete a work, then B will be taking 30 days to complete a work. Yes or no? Because the person A is 3 times efficient than B. So this is called as a normal thing. But in case if it is a percentage, I have seen students making a mistake on this point. For example, A is 50% more efficient than B, right? So what is the meaning of it? A is 50% more efficient than B. But usually what many students do is they keep B as 100%, A as 150%, right? Whether it is correct or wrong? No, it is actually wrong, because see, if A is 50% more efficient, what is the meaning of it? A can complete a piece of work 50% more when compared to B. But here it is 150%. A is doing the work lot of time when compared to B. So how you need to write here is, you have to substitute A as 100, B as 150%. Right? So remember one thing, so A is 50% more efficient than B. Now you can see A can complete a piece of work in 100%. Let's take 100 days. And B can complete a piece of work in 150 days. Only then we can say A can complete a piece of work 50% more efficient than B. Okay, don't make that mistake. Even on the video I have told it, right? So efficiency alone, even though the question is very simple, but students usually make a mistake. So try to practice more and more number of questions on the concept of efficiency, right? So this is the thing what I explained on the second video of time and work. And then I have solved a few questions that is based on both the models. The first model that is based on numbers, and then at the last I have solved some question that is based on a percentage as well, right? And then this area a ratio is important, right? Ratio, because you need to know if 1:3 ratio, usually in the question they will say, so the work ratio is in the part of A is to B work ratio is 1:3, or else A is to B time ratio is 1:3. You have to understand that the ratio, if the ratio value has been given in the question, you have to understand who is more efficient and who is less efficient. That is important, right? So, and then next, the third will be fraction of work. Yes. So fraction of work, it's not a separate thing, right? Like efficiency concept. Fraction of work, usually you can able to see while solving a time and work question at the middle. At the middle or at the last, you can able to see this concept, fraction of work will be coming there, right? You have to understand what is called as exactly fraction of work and how to find the exact answer. For example, if 2/3 of the work is completed by A in 10 days. So what is the meaning of it? 2/3 of the work, 2/3 of the work is completed by A in 10 days. The meaning here is out of total work, we don't know what is the total work, but out of total work, 2/3 of the work, 2/3 of the work has been completed by A in 10 days. So how to find the total work, how many days A will complete a work, right? Because only 2/3 of the work where A is completing in 10 days. So you have to write this as 2/3 of the work, right, is completed by A in 10 days. So A equal to 10 into 3/2. Resultant will be 15 days. So we can say A takes 15 days to complete the total work. So only 2/3 of the work it can complete in 10 days. Right? Understand that logic alone. You won't see separate question that is based on a fraction of work here and there while solving a difficult question or even some simple question. So here and there you can able to see that fraction numbers will occur. So if you see that fraction numbers, be careful how to convert it into a normal number, because here it is 2/3. When it goes towards right hand side, it becomes 3/2. At some cases, some student at some point we have to keep 2/3 in the left hand side itself, and then you have to solve a question. So that's the reason I said be careful on that fraction part alone. So this is the thing what we learned on the third lesson, right? And then fourth lesson, that is based on work and wages. So work and wages concept is 100% that is depend on a ratio, right? So only if you know the ratio concept, you can able to solve a question on work and wages. So what is called as work and wages? First, if for example, if there are 3 people working, right, and each people will be completing a piece of work on different days. So now the total salary will be splitted into 3%. For example, if the person is having 8,000 rupees in the hand, so based upon the person who worked A, B, C, 3%, based upon their efficiency or based upon the day that the person has completed the work, we have to share the 8,000 rupees to all the 3%. So what you need to do is, first, the question looks like A and B, both the person complete a piece of work in 10 days. B and C complete a piece of work in 20 days. C and A complete a piece of work in 10 days. So by giving this data, we have to split some amount to A, B and C. So we have to find initially only A. A alone, how many days he completed the work. B alone, how many days he completed the work. And then C alone. After finding A separately, B separately, C separately, and then we have to find the ratio of it. After finding the ratio, we have to split the total amount for all the 3%. Right? So here in this work and wages concept, ratio plays a major role. And remember it, ratio at any point it should not be in terms of fraction, right? If it is in terms of fraction, first you have to convert the fraction value into an integer number and then you have to solve the question. Basically, the ratio value should not be in a fraction as well as it should not be in a decimal point, right? So you have to keep it in an integer and then we have to solve a question. So work and wages is mostly, that is 80% of the question you can solve it by a normal way, and the last 20% alone you have to apply the ratio concept, right? So this is the thing what we learnt on the fourth video, that is work and wages. So next, fifth video will be leaving. So fifth and the sixth. So fifth and sixth, we have leaving 2% and leaving 3%. So why? Because leaving 2%, we have solved by a two shortcut method, right? Normal traditional method, and then one shortcut I have taught you, like writing in a single equation, and then shortcut number 2 will be the most important shortcut on the leaving concept. Shortcut number 2. Why? Because this shortcut number 2, you can use it for a leaving as well as for a joining. If 10 people are working for 5 days, after 5 days 2 people are leaving, right? So the remaining days, how many time it takes to complete a work? Or else 5 days 10 people are working, from the 6th day 2 new person joined in the group. It is called as a joining concept. So if it is a leaving or if it is a joining, we can solve all the question model by writing one simple equation, what I told on shortcut number 2. For a leaving 3% also, the same shortcut. I hope you remember it. So like denominator, we write one number which is equal to 1. We usually write like this initially, and then we say A alone, he can complete a work in 30 days. B alone can complete a work in 40 days. So we checked in the question, A alone worked for how many days, and we substitute here at what point the person B left the job. For example, B will be working for 10 days and he left the job. He is leaving after working for 10 days. So the meaning here is, initially he will be working for 10 days. So out of 40 days, he worked only for 10 days. And then we find, for example, some value will be missing here. So that value, we assume it as X, and then we simplify the question. Even 3% leaving or 4% leaving, this method is enough, right? Only by using this method, you can solve both the question, leaving as well as joining. If there is joining, we usually write in the numerator 10 plus x, 5 plus x, because one new person joined in the group. So that is the concept of leaving as well as 3% leaving, right? So do not forget to watch all, because most of the question, if you take your books and start solving it on the topic time and work, you can able to see more question that is only on the concept of leaving, joining and chain rule. You can able to see more, right? So and then next, that is on 7th, X person, Y person. Right? This is also important for the bank exams. Right? So why? Because usually this question will be solved equation model, like framing equation number 1, equation number 2, and then we simplify it. And then another method I have told you on the video, that is a shortcut method. So shortcut method is nothing but, instead of framing a equation, we frame two easiest equation and then we equate it. That will be one of the way to solve the question. Either we frame two equation and we kept as equation number 1 and equation number 2. We usually frame, right, two equation by reading a question. I think I can just say 12 men and 15 women can complete a piece of work in 12 days. So 30 men and 9 women can complete a piece of work in 6 days. And the question will be like 1 woman and 12 men, how many days they take to complete a work? This is the question, that is X person and Y person, two different data, or else it can be 3 different data itself, right? So for solving all those equations, there are two methods. One is by reading a question, we frame an equation, and for each equation we mention it as first equation, second equation, and then we solve both the equation. That is normal algebraic method. So one way of solving a question. Or else the second way, the easiest shortcut way, is equating both the equation, right? We frame the first equation and then we multiply the right hand side number to the left hand side, and similarly we frame the second equation, we multiply the right hand side number to the left hand side, that is denominator number which we have it on the right hand side, we multiply to the left hand side. So now we have equation in a single step. So we equate, because both the person is going to do a same number of work. So we equate both the equation and then we find 1 man and 1 woman, and then we find the answer. That will be always the easy way to solve the question. If you wish, you can go with the equation method too. But remember it, if there are only 2 person are there, right? Only X person and Y person, only men and women has been given, or else children, and then for example, I am saying if 2 data has been given, solving a question by this equation model is easy. But if they have given 3 data, for example, 12 men, 13 women, 5 children are working. So here you can able to see 3 different data has been given. So if there are 3 different data has been given, solving by the first method is little bit difficult. Going with the second shortcut method seems to be easy for all those cases, right? So that is the thing what we learned on the 7th lesson, X person and Y person. So do not forget to learn this shortcut method. So other than this, 8th lesson is, I have already told you that arithmetic progression. And then last 9th lesson, it is based on CAT exam, because some students have emailed me to solve those questions. It feels very difficult because those questions were asked in the CAT exams. So they feel it is difficult to solve it. So I have solved and show them how to solve. If it is a difficult question, how you need to start and how to proceed solving the remaining steps. Right? So that is the thing what I told on the 9th video. So friends, that's it. I hope it's I think it's the revision, just we have revised all the important concepts on the topic time and work, and there are still many concepts are there while solving a question you might know, right? This is not the 100% concept. I have taught 80% of the concept. So remaining 20 while solving a question, while you practicing, you can able to find it. So next video we will be going with a live class, or else we can go with the in-depth solution. So after that I will give you another 20 question as a test. So do not forget to take the test, right? Because test will always help you to understand how to solve all the different kind of model question. Test is always important. So do not forget to purchase the bank this year 2024-25 package, just only 99 rupees. So do not forget to purchase it and start practicing all the daily tests as well as the topic test what I am uploading there, right? So friends, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this revision class. So see you on the next session, and if you really like it, share the video to your friends, those who are preparing for this year bank exam. So friends, thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.